What's up guys? My name is Courtney Budzyn and this is What's for Din. Today I'm going to be showing you something that I created by accident, which I call I'm Sick Soup. I made this because I was trying to clear out my refrigerator and I just happened to make one of the most delicious soups that I've ever had. I always like to make this soup when me and my husband are not feeling good. We feel like we're coming down with something because it's packed with a ton of vegetables. It's kind of like a combination of chicken soup and vegetable soup. It's absolutely delicious, packs a lot of flavor, and it will nurse you back to health in no time. 98.3. A soup cured me. So you're going to need some olive oil and then some Mirepoix, and that's just a fancy way to say some onion, carrot, and celery. And I always leave the leaves on when I cut the celery because I feel like it adds flavor. You're also going to need some minced garlic. And then up here I have some zucchini, some yellow squash, some green beans that I've freshly washed and snipped. And then for the dry spices, you're going to need some dried rosemary, basil, garlic, cayenne pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. No surprise there. And then I always like to add a little bit of spinach at the end, and it wilts down just to add a little bit more of the veggies. You'll also need some crushed tomatoes, some chicken broth or chicken stock, and then I have 2 chicken breasts here, boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I season with salt, pepper, and a little bit of extra garlic powder for some added flavor. And of course, you're gonna need salt and pepper. I know it looks like a lot of vegetables, but trust me when I say it's absolutely delicious, and a lot of this stuff you're already gonna have on hand, like onion, carrot, celery, garlic, you'll pretty much already have that. A lot of people have spinach on hand if they make smoothies a lot, and then green beans, zucchini, and yellow squash. It's real easy to find at the store, so it's nothing spectacular. So let's go over to the stove and let's get it cooking. Let's get it cooking in here. No, that was just bad. Don't put that in there. Please, God, don't. So I have a large pot that I have over medium heat. You don't want it too hot because you don't want to risk burning your olive oil. And I have some olive oil in the pan that's nice and hot. And I already seasoned my chicken breasts like I said, so I'm going to brown those. And we're looking to get just a little brown color on it. We're not looking to get too much color because then you'll risk burning the olive oil. So brown them on both sides, and then we'll continue to the next step. Okay, you can see we developed some nice brown color on the outside, but it's not too deep. And what we're actually doing this for is, you see all that on the bottom of the pan? That's fond, and that creates so much flavor in soups and stews, it's ridiculous. So now into the same oil, you can add a little bit more if you need to. I'm going to add my carrots, onions, celery, pretty much all my vegetables except for the garlic. Season this with salt and pepper. Give that a good stir. So I like to let these saute for about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So my vegetables are almost about done, so I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic. And the reason I don't add this right away is because I don't want to run the risk of the garlic falling to the bottom of the pan and burning it. Because once you burn garlic, it's bitter and it tastes gross, so that's why I do it that way. I'm also going to add all my spices and seasonings. It smells so good. So now we are going to add the tomatoes, the chicken stock. Turn up your heat to high and season that again with salt and pepper because my tomatoes and the chicken stock was not seasoned. Now into that mixture, we're going to put our chicken breast right in there. Just stick them down in. You want to bring this up to a simmer, and we're going to just let this cook away for about 30 minutes or until the chicken's all the way cooked through. You want to make sure you have a temperature gauge thingy-merbop. What is it called? A thermometer. A thermometer, and you want to make sure your chicken is at least at 165 degrees, and then we'll move on to the next step. So peace out till then. So it only took 20 minutes for my chicken to reach 165 degrees, and so I took it out and then shredded it with 2 forks just so I didn't have to wait for it to cool and use my hands because I'm impatient. And then I add it right back into the pot to warm through, and I also add my spinach and give it a few stirs until the spinach wilts, and you are ready to serve. So this is what the finished product looks like. It smells absolutely incredible. I'm gonna get a good bite with everything I can on here. It is so delicious. The vegetables are perfectly tender. The green beans still have a little bit of crunch to them, but it's not like a raw green bean. It's absolutely delicious, has a lot of flavor. and it's packed with vitamins and nutrients to make you feel better. So if you want to remake this recipe, just look below in the description. I'll list all the measurements and the written instructions. And if you did like this video, don't forget to smack that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, please don't forget to do that too, because I have many more recipes to come. So as always, thank you so much for chilling with me, and we'll see you next time. Peace out. Look, it looks like a Fruit Loop, a giant Fruit Loop. A vegetable loop.